bankruptcy system to protect predators. He's using it to turn survivors into nothing more than transactional paperwork and to make sure that children will not be safe in the Diocese of San Diego. That's what he's doing by declaring bankruptcy.
How were you made aware of the move to file bankruptcy?
Well, he had a number of months ago, he did make an announcement that they were planning on it. And this is the 6th diocese in California to try to use Chapter 11 to hide from these very embarrassing civil trials for child sexual abuse, and the 38th diocese in the nation. So we knew it was happening. And then the bishop confirmed it in a letter on Thursday to parishioners. And that's when he used language that really made survivors the bad guys. And the thing is that the number one thing that the Catholic Church can do to protect kids and help survivors is to hold themselves accountable and to tell us what they know and release documents and put predators behind bars. And bankruptcy court makes sure that none of that happens.
What do you think about the language used where they said that this is about transparency?
Bankruptcy is a transactional system. It's a federal system about money and transactions. Transparency has to do when predators are made public, when their names are made public, when they're put behind bars, when cover-ups are made public, when documents are exposed about cover-up. There is nothing transparent about the bankruptcy process. And we've seen it before. We saw it with the Boy Scouts. 80,000 men came forward to say they were sexually abused in the Boy Scouts. There was no transparency there. It was nothing more than a transaction. And this is Bishop McElroy's attempt to keep his money and power as centralized as possible and make sure that the survivors never get to see justice.
Tell us about your personal experience.
So I came forward, both Paul and I came forward in 2003 with the first child sex abuse civil window. We're both survivors out of Orange County. Paul lives here in San Diego. And my case, I was able to expose the man who abused me at a Catholic high school in Santa Ana. I was able to expose the extensive cover-up that protected him and the 13 other predators at my high school. And I was able to get all of this exposed in civil court. And since then, since our case is settled in 2005, I've devoted my career to helping other survivors get the justice they deserved. And so I testified on behalf of the Child Victims Act in 2019 to ensure that that got passed. And both of us have worked all over the country to help other survivors get the voice that they have earned and deserve, to make sure that what happened to them never happens to another child.
So you said that you're a victim, but now you've dedicated your life and your career towards speaking out. Why is it so important that you continue doing that?
Because the number one thing that we can do as a community and a society to keep children safe from abuse is allow survivors the ability to speak out about what happened to them. Because it's only when we talk about abuse, it's only when we understand what the practices of predators and those who enable them are, that we can make sure that what happened to us never happens to another child. And it's a huge part of our healing too, because by speaking out, we have the voice that was taken away from us when we were kids. No one spoke up for us when we were kids and being sexually abused. But now as adults, we can do that and help other kids. And that's why we're here today, because there are hundreds, there's 400 survivors in the Diocese of San Diego who are now being shuffled into bankruptcy court. And they feel powerless, they feel voiceless, they don't know what's gonna happen next. And if I can stand here and say, you know what, you're not alone, we're gonna fight and we're gonna keep fighting, then hopefully, they know that this isn't gonna last forever. We'll do everything we can to get them the justice they deserve.
A very disingenuous move.
Yeah, it's a very disingenuous move on the behalf of the diocese.
What was your personal experience?
I'm sorry?
What was your personal experience?
My what?
Oh, you need a mic. Yeah, I don't know which one's yours.
It's the small little one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you guys all for coming.
yes,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
very much.
Do another interview if that's okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
She'll do them all.
Yeah, you can just tuck that up through your shirt.
I got it.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to manhandle you.
Jesus.
I know.
Stop that.
We can do the same with the other one if that's
Oh,
okay.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
What? Hey, no problem.
Got it, I think.
You guys are both pros.
Paul and I have been a traveling roadshow for quite some time.
That's great.
Yeah.
Florida was the funniest. Remember that?
Guy coming out. Yeah. Just stick it. Can you stick it in your pocket or?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Oh, thank you. I was just going to ask about your personal experience. I know you shared yours. What was your personal experience?
You know, I sat in this court in 2007 and listened to Judge Luis Adler say this is the most disingenuous move by any corporation that's ever come into my court. And I feel like McElroy is doing the same move, and it's very disingenuous. Does not help the victims. There's no transparency to what they're doing here, none whatsoever.
How does it make you feel when you see something like this happen?
I just want to be a voice for all the silent ones that are still being silent.
And what emotions does this bring up for you?
Well, I used to cry all the time in front of you guys, but not anymore. It's very sad. It's very sad that we're here one more time in front of a court that I thought that the judge had just stopped the church from trying to hide it, shovel everything under the rug, and here they are doing it again.
And I know you said if they file for bankruptcy, and that will keep some of this from coming to light. And
Keeps it all from coming to light.
if they didn't file for bankruptcy, how would that allow everything to come?
Then we go into civil court and we expose, we shed light on the predators. That's never going to happen here.
Put them on trial.
Yeah, put them on trial. That's not, just turning them into creditors. A victim turned into a creditor. I mean, you can't marginalize somebody anymore. And these guys don't need to be marginalized any longer. You know, they need to just come forward and tell their experience, and they will heal. Like she said, you only heal when you start talking about it. And in the black community, it's very hidden. I've been all over the East Coast trying to enact laws, helping to protect kids. I don't care if they're black, white, it doesn't matter. And in the black community, it's very hidden. And I have a friend of mine that I met in DC, and he was molested and raped by a DC cop, and would not talk about it till both his parents were dead. So I mean, it's just a sad day. Today's a sad day. To be out in front of this courthouse is a sad day for all of the victims of San Diego.
And as a survivor, what message would you like to give to other survivors who might be watching?
Come forward and talk about your pain. It gives experience, strength, and hope when you do it. And they learn and they start to heal. You'll never heal if you don't talk about it. Is that accurate? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
First and last name?
Paul Livingston, abuse survivor.
And do you have an official title with any organization?
You know, I've been involved with SNAP on and off for the last, it's going to happen till I die.
Yeah, if you're a volunteer with SNAP, this is what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how we reach out to people. People just need to know that there's a network of other survivors who are willing to help.
Yeah, all the way to Maine.
Yeah.
We've been all the way to Maine. We've been everywhere. Never changes. It's the same thing. And we always inevitably, somebody will come up and approach us that's sitting in the car and wants to talk to somebody that it's happened to. Those are sad days. But, you know, they're starting to heal. And you guys bring it out, so thank you guys. All right, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and if you want to do any one-on-ones or anything like that.
Yeah, she'll do them all. She's good.
I'm going to do it with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that you? Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.